About the shove, that moment that happened on stage.
Now, I'm turning on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more psyched.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez were brought into the spotlight again after an unexpected confrontation inside a gym. What began as a surprise appearance by Canelo Alvarez quickly escalated into a heated and violent clash that spiraled into a full-scale brawl. One striking takeaway from the chaos was how unfazed Terence Crawford appeared by Alvarez's aggression. At 37 and approaching the later stage of a legendary career, the two-division undisputed champion is no longer just pursuing titles. He is chasing immortality, driven by the desire to cement his legacy among the greatest fighters the sport has ever seen.
In your view, Terence Crawford beats Canelo.
He cooked Canelo.
Ooh. Really?
He beats him. Yes. Look, if you go back and you watch the fight with Lara, and you can see the same tendencies that Canelo has now, but he's a lot older now. But I just think that Terence have more skills than a Lara, and I think he can do more.
For Crawford, nothing would cement that legacy more than toppling the biggest star in boxing. At first, the matchup felt unrealistic. Canelo repeatedly dismissed the idea, showing little desire to engage. Then one figure stepped in and flipped everything, turning what seemed impossible into reality. That same figure now stands behind a plan that could make Crawford only the third fighter to ever defeat Canelo Alvarez. GA Chairman Turki Alashik secured Canelo to a 4-fight agreement, launching the deal with a William Skull bout. From there, the path was set. Canelo Alvarez is now scheduled to face Terence Crawford on September 13th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, live on Netflix.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Alashik told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he walk me back, and that's why I pushed him.
Even though reports list the total purse at $200 million, with $150 million going to Canelo and $50 million to Crawford, Bud revealed in an interview with Ring Champs alongside AK and Barack that his actual payday is closer to $10 million. That admission sparked talk that Crawford might be taking this fight mainly for the money. Boxing insider Rick Glazer strongly disagrees. Glazer explained that Crawford's move up multiple weight classes has nothing to do with a final cash grab. Writing on X, he said that Terence Crawford is fighting Canelo for one reason only, and that reason is legacy. Glazer pushed back on the idea that Crawford is just chasing a last paycheck, saying Crawford wants to embody everything a true fighter should be, which means challenging himself at the highest level. He closed by saying that Crawford is going all in, chasing greatness, while many fighters today talk big, but avoid the toughest tests in front of them.
If he's able to be aggressive, not be affected by Bud's punches, and just keep, attacking and imposing that will on him, and then Bud being the dog that he is, and just saying, I'm gonna go, I'm letting loose.
It's special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from.
If he wins, Crawford would become the first 3-weight undisputed champion of the 4-belt era, having already unified every title at super lightweight and welterweight. During his conversation with AK and Barack, Crawford echoed Rick Glazer's perspective, making it clear that money is not his motivation. I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby. The legacy, Crawford said. The legacy outweighs the money. 3-time undisputed coming soon. With his intentions clear, the real question remains whether Crawford can realistically defeat Canelo Alvarez, who will be the naturally heavier man on fight night. Interestingly, Erislandy Lara, the Cuban boxer who handed Canelo one of the toughest fights of his career back in 2014, has offered crucial advice that could shift the balance. According to Lara, movement will be the key factor if Crawford is going to pull off the upset and secure his place in boxing history.
And you're saying that, oh, Canelo is a super strong guy. Man, technique. You already know. If you ever wrestled before, the person that got better technique usually win. It don't matter how much the weight they have or what they're carrying around. It's the technique. Crawford knows how to take care of himself on the inside. He knows how to smother. He knows how to tie up. He knows how to rough guys up. He knows how to turn guys.
A victory over Saul Canelo Alvarez would be monumental, marking the third undisputed title of Crawford's career if he manages to defeat former Canelo rival. Cuban fighter Erislandy Lara offered a tactical insight that could prove crucial for Crawford's historic win on September 13th in Las Vegas. Lara, who faced Canelo in 2014 and lost by split decision, believes Crawford has a solid chance if he avoids the mistakes Lara himself made. Lara has been clear. To succeed against Canelo, Crawford must stay in constant motion and prevent the Mexican from landing clean shots on his arms.
He's tremendous, but could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it, but those intangibles.
However, Lara admitted that his defensive approach in 2014 was too passive, which allowed the judges to favor Alvarez, who was more aggressive and landed the harder punches. The key, according to Lara, is preventing Canelo from asserting his physical power, especially in the early rounds. Crawford, celebrated for his technical skill and ability to switch stances, could adopt Lara's method, but with more dynamism and precision. While Lara believes this strategy could succeed, he warns Crawford not to repeat his own mistake of being overly cautious. Back then, his Tom and Jerry style, as some critics called it, appeared evasive and unappealing to both the public and the judges. If Crawford runs excessively, he risks losing points and the crowd's favor at Allegiant Stadium.
I think that can change the effect on Bud, and I think that will be the way that Alvarez can win that fight.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so what do you think? Obviously, if Bud remains slick, what outside of that could cause Canelo to lose?
Las Vegas does not forgive bouts that lack action. And with a $50 million purse on the line, Crawford cannot afford to underperform. Promoter Turki Alishik has marketed this clash as the fight of the century, adding pressure on both fighters to deliver a show fans will remember. Lara also noted that his style mirrored the approach William Skull recently used against Canelo, which ultimately failed. In both cases, the Mexican controlled the pace and landed the most telling punches. That is why movement alone is not enough. Crawford must pair mobility with a solid defensive framework, balancing aggression and caution to have a real shot. It's 50-50, Lara said, recognizing Canelo's current strength while also acknowledging Crawford's tactical brilliance. The American will need to demonstrate that he can endure Canelo's power across 12 rounds while maintaining effectiveness and initiative.
After 7 rounds, he starts to fade a little bit. We've seen that with Bivol. We've seen it in a lot of his fights with Triple G. When Canelo could control the fight and the ring generalship, he could fight 12 rounds pretty good. But when Canelo gets pushed early on in the fight, he starts to fade muscle endurance-wise.
Erislandy Lara's guidance for Terence Crawford is straightforward. Keep moving, avoid punches to the arms, and don't fall into the trap of being overly defensive. If Crawford can blend mobility with calculated aggression, he stands a strong chance to defeat Canelo Alvarez in one of the year's most anticipated fights. Taking advice from a former Canelo opponent, the Omaha fighter must make the jump across 2 weight classes while maintaining speed and fluid movement. Crawford may not need to worry excessively about Alvarez's size advantage because of a unique trait. Chris Algieri, former WBO super lightweight champion, has long admired Bud for his 41-fight career and understands precisely what sets him apart from the Mexican superstar.
Bud is one of those guys, he just locks in. He just locks in, especially when you doubt him. So, yeah, it's a really interesting matchup. I think of it more from psychological than anything, because on paper, it's like, yeah, but he's a super middleweight. He went up 3. Now, Terence is going up 3 weight classes. He had a little trouble with Majima. So on paper, it's like, yeah, of course it's Canelo. But when you think about it from a psychological standpoint, it's like, I don't know, man.
Understand weight distribution, man. Not only that, the only way that I see Canelo beating Crawford is he got to knock him out. And when was the last time we seen Canelo knock anybody out? Think about that.
If Golovkin, who hits a lot harder than Crawford, could not drop or hurt Canelo.
Speaking to Fight Hub TV, Algieri avoided making a full prediction for the matchup, but shared an intriguing observation. He said, "We are still a ways from that fight. I'll hold my full analysis, but here's what I can say. I've seen Canelo get pushed around, but I've never seen Terence pushed around. When it comes to who runs the ring, I've never seen anyone dominate Terence Crawford. Yet Canelo has faced that. That insight alone highlights Crawford's rare composure and control in the ring." For the latest updates on news, moments, events, and actions in boxing, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications to catch every drop of premium content like this. Until next time, peace.